Hello everybody and welcome to the 26th race of the RLANZ Aldi Cup Series Season number 3 here at the Richmond International Raceway for the final race of the regular season. It should be a very entertaining race here at the Richmond International Raceway. I'm joined in the booth by Isaac Nichols, who has locked himself into the chase for next season, or for this season. Yeah, so very exciting.
Two other teammates, my dad Simon and of course Dawson. Kian should be fairly happy, even though he jokes about firing us. He doesn't mean it, but
yeah, it's all just practical jokes, or jokes, you know.
But hopefully Patrick can get in, and there'll be a full Necrotech, all four Necrotech cars in the chase.
Very interesting chase grid, I would like to point this out, but out of the 11 cars that are currently locked in, 9 of them are either Nicotech or Dido Motorsport or Premier Racing Motorsports. They're very dominant this year. But anyways, we'll get the starting lineup rolling on the bottom of the screen, and I'll go through the 9 drivers who we need to focus today on. Jake Rogers, who won the last race at Darlington and won the last Richmond race earlier this season. He starts on the pole. Dominic Anthony will not be in the chase this season, but he'll start from the second position. Row 2, Jack Hawkins locked himself into the chase. Interestingly enough, he's the only driver currently locked into the chase without a win. And starting alongside of him, Lucifer Sam, who is in the 13th position in points, as Isaac had to go for a minute. But yeah, Sam is 13th in points, 16 above the cutoff, I believe. So we focus him in. Patrick Schamberger we also need to focus on, as he is 4 points above the cutoff and 15th in the championship. Of course, the top 16 advance to the chase. And Schamberger starting 5th. Brandon Bent starting alongside in the 6th position. Jay Jefferson, number 76. And Zach Ryan in his first start for Smart Motorsports. And rounding out the top 10, that is number 21 of Cyrus McGee and the 31 of Chase Marks, who we'll also need to keep an eye on, as he is outside the chase grid at the moment, but still could make it in. You go further back down the field. Garrett Sinor is tied for 16th in points at the moment, and if it were to stay like that for whatever reason, he would get the tiebreaker with the person who's starting a bit further behind. Yeah, Reagan Whitlock, 17th in points, tied with Garrett Sinor, and staying a bit further back than he would like, considering Sinor is, well, it's okay starting spot, but, you know, Sinor's in front of him, so disappointing there. Jackson Lynn is 9 points back in the 18th position in the points. We'll see what he can do in the number 01. Go further back down the field. And the number 51... that is Kelly Lee, I think, yes. Kelly Lee, winner of Richmond last season. And she is in the chase at the moment, 14th in points. Lan Hicks, 12th in points, 33 above the cutoff. He should be good, but depends on how this race goes. John Sheets, I don't think he'll make the chase, but he is still in championship contention. He's 40 points back, though. So those are all the drivers we need to focus on. And throughout the race, you'll see a scoreboard pop up with how the chase standings would be at certain stages throughout the race. So anyways, we'll get this one underway here at the Richmond International Raceway. The usual 42 drivers for this one, the Advanced Auto Parts 400. There we go. Coming off the pit road, everyone will be doing that, so that is good to see.
And Jake Rogers on a bit of a run with these poles, 3 in the past 4 races.
Yeah, and obviously 4 wins for the year. What can you say about it, other than he's doing really well? And of course, he is still in contention for the regular season championship as well. And if you win that, you get 12 bonus points when you start off the chase. Coming to the green, Rogers and Anthony. There's the green. We're underway for the final race in the regular season. 3 wide already. There goes Cyrus McGee in the 21. And Dan Park and a bunch of others. McGee will get up a few positions. Good start there. And off in the 3 and 4. Unsurprisingly, Jake Rogers has gone out to the front of the field. Jack Borkins still looking for that first win of the year. He's in the 2nd position in the 04. Patrick Schamberger would easily advance on in that position at the moment. In the number 88, the highest of the 9 drivers we need to focus on. And of course, he was already in the chase heading into this race. So he's 3rd. Cyrus McGee's moved his way up to 4th and now going for 3rd. Good move. His 21 car looking very strong already as he's making a bunch of moves. Schamberger's going to fall back to 5th as here comes Jay Jefferson as well, the 76. Miller slides up the track in the 5. And he's going to lose a bunch of positions. 3 wide back in the pack. McGee gets to 3rd, Jefferson 4th. Here comes Anthony in the 40. Back to the inside of his teammate. Top 5 all Fords. You see, here comes Isaac Nichols, 48. New Microsoft colours for this race only, but we'll be partnering with the team from now until the future years, future seasons, I should say. See 3 wide, Grayson Acevedo, first start in a long time for him, I believe. Nice to see him back out in the series. He is moving his way through the field. He comes Tristan Allen, the 12. He's going to move up. 3 wide still, and Dan Park is going to continue to fall back in the 41. Whoa, hang on. Good save by Miller. Just needs to be careful coming back up the racetrack. Oh boy, this is not going to end well, I don't think. 3 wide again. Still hanging on to it at this stage. Very good driving there. Good job from Miller hanging on to that car. Our way back up through the field. It is still Jake Rogers, number 98, leading this race. Hawkins 2nd, Cyrus McGee. Then we got Schamberger. We got a caution on the racetrack. Oh, it's a big crash. Park's in it. Henry Gore's in it. And there's others. Looks like Andy Thomas was involved. 36. So a tough break for the number 2 and the 41. It's really been a tough season for the 41 team. And I just saw a glimpse of the 16. Landon Hicks is also involved. He came into this race in the best shape out of everyone, and he's done. His car is destroyed. That's a tough break for the 16. Acevedo was in it. We were just praising him a minute ago. Oh, and Hicks has ran into the pit wall. He's done for now, surely. The car is so much damage. Zednik Price also involved. You see the Komatsu number 50 coming onto the pit road. First caution of the race. It's a shame. Engelram also involved in the 29. I just saw that. So 2 of the Cooper Motorsport cars in it. What a shame. Jake Rogers is the leader. Let's take a look at what happened. Here's what happened. Treated the caution. Zednik Price, the 50, will get into the 97. Turns down. Dan Park gets turned into the wall. Flips him over. Lucifer Sam gets involved. That's big. Chase Marks gets involved. 16 gets in it. Annie Thomas. There's the 77. Bruno de Barros is in it. Henry Gore. All in it. Eli Bright. 37 of Hedge Alarm Alonso. Story of the year for him. Story of his career, really. There's Engelram. Heavy damage. That's treating the first caution. Now there's Garrett Senor on the 45. Looks like he may have been caught up in that as well. Or at least caught at the back of it. So, and that's the 16 running into the pit wall. Take it on board with the 16 of Landon Hicks. I'll take you back to the green after that. On board with Landon Hicks, the 16. Here's what happened to him. And they all go in front. Nearly made it. That's a hard hit. Whitlock gets by it. You saw in the 94. Oh, that was Bruno de Barros. That's it for him. What a shame. And that might put him out of championship contention. He had a 33-point buffer. But depending on how well the other guys behind him go, it might be it for him. So that's a shame. There's 94. That's glitch damage. 29. Those two guys, Henry Gore already in the chase, but not the way to end. Not the way he wanted to end it. Lose for Sam. Chase Marks involved. Bad news for them. So, this will be an interesting one. Let's see back to the green. Jake Rogers is the leader. Coming back to the green this time, Jake Rogers is the leader. Jack Porkins is second. Horace McGee third. Patrick Schamberger, Dominic Anthony top 5. Isaac Nichols, Tristan Allen, Jay Jefferson, Brandon Bent, Simon Nichols, the top 10. See on the right side of the screen who would be in and who would be out. Reagan Whitlock would be out at the moment. Who'd be fairly, I think it would be the exact same as actually as earlier. Well, in terms of who would be in and who would be out, Lan Hicks has dropped a number of positions down the order, so it's a tough break there. So it's only 6 points between the 94 and the 45, so it's certainly not over for Whitlock or Sindor. And of course, Sam has damage as well in the 77, so that'll be interesting to see what happens to him. There's the great flag. Great jump for the 98. Jay Jefferson already making a move. 04, 21, 88, 40. That's your top 5. So you'll look at a lot of the field. Tristan Allen falling back in the 12. Here comes Cyrus McGee. We got a caution on the racetrack again. Big crash up ahead. Jackson Lynn's in it. Lynn's in it. No, 01. That's his championship done. He's smoking. I can't. Ooh. Oh, and Andy Thomas is smoking up as well. He's got it down low, thankfully. Oh, Sam's in it. 77 car. That's it for him as well. Now he was 20 points ahead of Whitlock. Just a minute ago, someone else has spun. That is Simon Nichols, the points leader. So a lot of drama. Skipper's in it. Roger Ray, heavily damaged. There's the 77. Can he continue though? He might be able to continue to score some points. Let's see. We're going to follow with him here. Is he actually out of this race? Let's see. We're going to find out now. And Sam is out. Championship implications there. It changes everything. There's Whitlock. There's Sidnor. Just got a new level. Exciting. Anyways, Jake Rogers is the leader. We need to take a look at what happened to Lucifer Sam. And yet again, Serected starts in turns 3 and 4. Well, last one wasn't, but Skipper got turned by the 45. You see everything that happened just then. Massive shame. Aiden Shepard, rough season for him. Roger Ray as well. Sam and Lynn. 2 of the 9 drivers that we needed to focus on are out. Lynn certainly out of the chase, but it's not over for Sam. I think he's still got a shot. Just got to have things go his way. Annie Thomas is done for the night. You saw Skipper on the pit road. His car was heavily damaged. There's 36. Shepard's car is destroyed. Dave Del Fava actually had nothing to do with that. He came down the pit road for an early strategy. Unfortunately, got caught out by the caution. There's Lynn. Sam done. What a shame. And it was Sidnor, the 45 car. That was the one that turned Matthew Skipper around. So, interesting to see how they react to that. And now Reagan Whitlock only because of that, now 2 points behind. So anyways, let's take a look from the onboard of the 77. This will be an interesting shot. On board with the 77, Lucifer Sam. Watch this unfold in front. Slows it down. Kelly Lee, very fortunate. Very unfortunate was Sam. What a shame. It's a big disappointment. His season might be over now because of that, but it might not. We don't know yet. But we do know that it is certainly over for Jackson Lee. What a great year he's had too for this team, but not going to work out. And then something happened up here to Simon Nichols. We'll need to figure that out as well. Here's what happened on the caution. 3 wide. Jefferson backs out of it. And then I don't know what happened between those two before that. But that's an odd one. Luckily, no damage to 24. He should be able to continue. And he did get back to his position. So it may have just been an accidental locking of wheels. But I'm not sure about that.
How much being the points leader and about to, well, definitely, most definitely locked into the chase.
Yeah, the thing is though, with Rogers leading, he could fall back enough, depending on how far back he falls, of course. But I mean, Brandon Bent is also up there as well, so he needs to be careful because it might make or break his chase. You know what I mean? So, anyways. Jake Rogers, still the leader, will take it back to the green. Coming back to the green this time, Jake Rogers, the leader. Cyrus McGee now second. Jack Porker's third. Patrick Schamberger now 22 above the cutoff. Should be good to go in 4th place. Dominic Anthony in 5th. Isaac Nichols 6th. 7th, Brandon Bent. 8th is Jay Jefferson. 9th, Simon Nichols, after getting involved in that spin with Tristan Allen, who is now 10th. And you go further down the field, the 72 is 14th, but we can rule him out of championship contention, and we can also rule out the 01. So tough break there. And now Reagan Whitlock is within 2 points of Garrett Sinor, so that should be an interesting fight. We'll see what happens in Sinor. Might be in a little bit of trouble for that last wreck. Green flag. Look at the 21 already. Cyrus McGee going to the bottom for the lead. And the Subway Ford looking very strong.
No time wasted.
Yeah, and he's got it. First lead change of the night. And it's the Subway Ford. Oh, not quite clear yet. And now he does. New leader, Cyrus McGee, for the first time tonight. Jack Porkins trying to move his way up there. Here comes Isaac Nichols, the 48. Moving his way up into the 4th position, passing his teammate Patrick Schamberger. Probably not the best idea, considering where Schamberger is, but still, the highest of the 9 drivers would easily make it in still. Here comes Bent, though, down to the bottom. He gets him up out of the way, and Bent now going for a top 5 position. Let's go back down the field, because I just saw them right behind each other. 45.94. I'm just going to check what position these guys are in. 23rd and 24th. And another thing, as well, I do need to mention. Well, there are 2 things I need to mention. First off, if these 2 guys want to make the chase, both of them, then if they can't get to 16th or higher, both of them, then they're going to have to fight each other for that last position. There goes Whitlock now for the bottom. Can he get there? No, Sinor clears him. But if these 2 guys get to 16th or higher, then they're in the chase. And Lucifer Sam would be out. Just a little something there. We'll go through some of the other drivers and their situations. Kelly Lee, number 51. There are 30. She's pretty much locked in, I think. There are 31 drivers left on the racetrack, and she just has to finish 30th or higher now. So I think she's pretty good to go. Schamberger has to be in the top 20. If he falls outside the top 20, he's out of the chase, I would think. Unless, of course, Sidor and stuff. But if he gets a top 20, he's in, no matter what happens. Chase Marks, I think he's out of it now, in the number 31. It's not as quick. He's a 20.0. was the leader's last lap time at 19.7. So I don't think it's going to be it for Chase Marks. I think for this year, 28th position. It's a shame. John Sheets also out. So, and another thing, the 16 car got really lucky with that 77 because the 01, 72, and 31 are not going to be able to catch him in points. And he is not going to be passed by the 77. So Landon Hicks will make the chase for the second time. So congratulations to him. That is official. I'm not sure where he'll be, whether he'll be 16th or 12th. Or 13th, 14th, 15th. You know the deal. But he'll be in the chase. So congratulations to Cooper Motorsports. And here's a cockpit view from the number 48 of Isaac Nichols. Trying to hunt down the number 21. Massive thank you to Microsoft and Isaac for letting this happen. Don't usually get to see these in the Cup Series. We'll take a quick lap on board the 48. And there is the lap complete, as already mentioned. Thanks to Microsoft and to Isaac for letting that happen. Meanwhile, we got a good battle for the third position. Jack Pawkins, his teammate Jane Jefferson, and his other teammates, then their teammate Dominic Anthony, trying to get by the 98. Pawkins already done it. Jefferson working on him now. And Rogers able to hang on. Let's talk about some other guys up here. Simon Nichols, obviously the points leader at the moment. Currently 8th. Good run for him. Dawson Miller in 9th. How about Luis Sorrentino? DNQ'd here earlier in the year. He's currently in the top 10. In the 11 car. About to fall out. But vital points for the Uncharted Championship. As the car, 2 spots behind him, the 71 of Brayson Collins is quickly closing in. You got Brandon Bent, who got shuffled back a lot. And here's a good battle. 94, 45. It would be the 45, I think, he'll definitely get in. And, well, Sinor 2 points above the cutoff at the moment. Reagan Whitlock would be 1 point ahead of the cutoff. So they both make it. Lucifer Sam would be out at the moment. And you're going to get official confirmation of that next time by. And there it is on the right side of the screen. Seeing up to be a very fascinating championship battle. We'll focus on the 21 car for a minute. Looking for his 6th career win in the Cup Series. And if he does that, he'd be 2 off Tristan Allen. So fairly impressive there. But Isaac Nichols has other ideas in the 48. He's trying to close in. The Microsoft Chevrolet in the chase for the first time as well for him. Pawkins for the 3rd consecutive season will be in the chase. One of 2 drivers to be in the chase for the 3 years in a row. Jake Rogers, 2nd year in a row for him. And then 98. Jay Jefferson, Uncharted, so not eligible, but still done a great job. Dominic Anthony, disappointing year for him. He's not going to be in the chase. Sam Nichols, well, we already know that about him. Patrick Schamberger, obviously, we know about him as well. Trying to race his way in. Tristan Allen's in. Dawson Miller's in. Luis Sorrentino's Uncharted. Same with Brayson Collins. And Jonathan King has been a bit of a surprise this year. Really struggled in this car. But I think it's the entire team. I just don't think that their cars have been really good enough to really be a contender. You see he's going underneath the Collins here for position. That's for 13th. Bent 14th. This battle's still going on. This is for 15th and 16th. Not just on the racetrack, but in the championship. And Whitlock finally gets by. But he dives in really hot. Here comes the 45 again. Luke Rainey's got around Zach Ryan. Had a great qualifying run in his debut for this team at Smart Motorsports. And John Sheets not eligible for the championship anymore. That's a shame. Kelly Lee would be in the chase at the moment. Matt Tuck. Julio Caesar. The only Toyota at the moment in the chase. Very interesting. But of course that could change whether the 77 makes it in. And sorry, that's not Luke Rainey, that's Joseph Rakowski, my bad. And here we go. Whitlock trying to get by the 27, nearly lost it off the turn. He's going to have to fend hard. Here comes the 45. Good battle between those two guys. I'm going to go back up to the front where it's starting to calm down a fair, well, it's calming down a fair bit. Here's some lap cars to try and spice things up. Grayson Macavetto already a lap down after being involved in the first crash, and Eli Bright also involved in the first crash. 21 looks low. Not going to happen. 97 holds the position now. There goes Eli Bright. Now I'm not sure if that's a scheduled stop or if that's retirement. I think someone else is down the pit road. Couldn't see who that was. That's Marks, the 31 car. So his season's officially gone at this stage, I would think. And yes, it was a scheduled pit stop because here comes some of the leaders. Led down by Isaac Nichols, the 48, Jake Rogers, Jay Jefferson. It might be retirement for the 56, I don't know. But yes, 27.45 has come in. Interesting one here. See what happens. See how it goes. Oh, we got a caution. Oh my. What happened to trigger the caution? Well, that changes everything. That actually does this time. I'm not even kidding. That changes everything because these guys, the guys that came in just a lap ago, like Jefferson and Bent and Garrett Sinor, are now trapped a lap down. And Nichols and Rogers, a lot of these guys that are up here are now in strife. And you see these guys now coming in, so this will be interesting. So we're going to have to figure out what actually triggered the caution there. It's very strange, I don't see anything. The lights were on, the pace car has come out. And it was Jack Porkins who led them down the pit road. Zach Ryan trying to stay on the lead lap. He technically is. Jefferson. Now it's the 21 that was the leader. Reagan Whitlock's going to be in the top 10 here in a minute. And Porkins got ahead of Simon Nichols. So you see Schamberger, Sorrentino and Miller. Let's see what happens to trigger the caution. This is an interesting one. So really changes the game, particularly for that guy. Here's what happened. Zach Ryan stops on the racetrack. This is a weird one because he knows he has an issue, but he doesn't come down the pit road. I mean, yeah, you could say there were cars on his inside, but before that, he could have come down the pit road. But he didn't do it for some reason. He stops on the racetrack. It causes the caution. And because of that, he's been parked for a lap. So that really changes the game. As guys like Bent, Sinor, Jefferson are now on the tail end of the lead lap. And contact actually between the 48 and the 21. Didn't see that one before. So there's damage on the right side of the 48. We'll see if that impacts him. Jeez. Anyways, I think Cyrus McGee is still the leader actually in 21. So we'll take it back to the restart. Coming back to the green this time, Cyrus McGee is the leader, Dominic Anthony is second, Tristan Allen third, Isaac Nichols is fourth, yes, Jonathan King fifth, Brayson Collins sixth, Reagan Whitlock now seventh, in a great position. John Sheets, Matt Tuck and Jack Porkins, who was the first off the pit road last time, under that caution. And you see all these cars are now a lap, or on the tail end of the lead lap. The 98, 27, the 45, 33 is now 2 laps down because he was held a lap. Eli Bright's a couple laps down. Bruno DeBarros and Matthew Ingram are still on the lead lap. Jay Jefferson is still on the lead lap, but he's the final one. Chase Marks in the 31's a couple laps down, and he's out of contention for this championship, which is a shame because he was second to the points for a long time in that 31 car. Anyways, green flag. We're back underway, and unsurprisingly, Engelram holds up a lot of the field. Here comes the 21 down low. You see you saw the chase standings at the caution really shake things up. That caution. Championship wise, here goes a bit of 3 wide with Whitlock in the middle. Now he's going to get shuffled to the outside, so that's the right thing to. That's not great news there for Whitlock. He's going to fall back like a rock. We got a spin. It's Marks. Nichols is in it. 48. Oh, he gets hit by Kelly Lee. So the caution's out. Someone else was involved, apart from the 51. Could tell you that is Stapleton was off the racetrack there. There is Reagan Whitlock. He's now 12th. It's bad news for him. But he's still, as long as he's in the top 16, he's okay. So now, let's take a look at what happened to trigger the caution. The 4th one of the day, I believe. Well, if Chase Marks' season wasn't over earlier tonight, then this really finished it off. Allen dumps the 31, and then there goes Nichols. Dawson Miller was involved, the 5. There's the 5, 48, 2 of the Nicotech cars. 31 car heavily damaged. Lee on the pit road. Bad news for her. She cannot afford to finish 31st or she cannot afford to finish 31st. She cannot finish any worse than that at the moment. So, it'll be an interesting one, I have to say. And all these guys get back on the lead lap with 33 is like 2 laps down still, yeah. And the DeBarros and Jefferson are on the lead lap, and the 51 is trying to get out in front of the pace car. Looks like she might be able to here. Let's see though. Is she going to be able to? I think she will actually. Here we go. This should be interesting. And she does. So Kelly Lee stays on the lead lap. That's good news for her, championship-wise. But let's take it on board from Isaac Nichols. Microsoft on board for the number 48 of Isaac Nichols. Nowhere to go in this one. He's hit by Miller. Well. Good night. It's just gone bad for the 48. That's a shame. But anyways, Cyrus McGee's the leader. We'll take you back to the green. Well, coming back to the green here on we're here on lap number 64, and we're going to have 16 laps to go when we get back to green. So, Cyrus McGee's the leader, still number 21. He's done a great job tonight, dominated the race. Dominic Anthony's second. Jonathan King has snuck his way into third. Tristan Allen's fourth. Speaking of sneaking his way into the top 5, John Sheets can't make the chase, but still a great run for him. Jack Porkins, Patrick Schamberger, Brayson Collins, Matt Tuck, and I believe Simon Nichols, the top 10. Yes, he is the top 10. He rounds out the top 10. So there's 2 lap cars in between the 21 and the 40. That might give McGee the win here as long as this thing goes caution free. There's the green. You see the 95 was already looking. And there goes the 40 now underneath the 29. There he goes again. Did he get it that time? No. Eli Bright blocked him. But he's going to go multiple laps down. There goes Tristan Allen being shuffled back in the number 12. And so is Matthew Ingram. But not where Allen wants to be. Patrick Schamberger gained positions. I think he'll be good for the moment. Reagan Whitlock, number 94, is now in the top 10 again in the 94. Looks like he's going to make the chase. And of course, this is not good news for the 45 car right now. He is way down the order. Where is he? He's 19th. He just needs to get by 2 cars at the moment. That's all he needs to do. He needs to get by this. No, he's going to get by 3 cars, I think.
Hi, love. Steps. Have a bad day.
Do we have another caution? I just swear I saw some flashing lights. No, 3 wide. Schamberger on the outside. Trying to make something work. He drives it in very hard. Not going to work. Brayson Collins having another great run in the 71 car. But yeah, Sinor is now in 18th. He needs to be 16th. So he's got to get around Stapleton. And I think the 17 car, she's on the outside. And that's probably his best bet.
What does she do?
There we go. So 17's now clear. Sinor trying to make a move, didn't work, and here comes Caesar. The 91 car trying to get a run. Does he get there? Sinor comes down and blocks. Good driving there. Could have been bad for Sinor if he did let that 91 go. Stapleton 17th. 17th is not good enough for Garrett Sinor. There goes 91. Down at the bottom. That is for 18th. 33 is a lap, well, 2 laps down. Dave Delfave is also a couple laps down. So they're not positions, but the chase is now slipping away from that 45 car. See, Caesar now falling back on the outside. Here comes Rogers, the 98 car, right up behind the 78 of Delafave. He's right there. He's nearly pushing Delafave. That was a tough break for the 45. He did not need that. It might be over now. It's 6 laps to go. You see the chase grid at the moment popping up on the right side of the screen.
Margin between first and second now.
8 tenths. So Rogers is King has made his way up to second and all that. We weren't really paying attention, but this is a great run for King. Great run after having a really rough year for the moment as well. This year's been rough, but you know, further back, John Sheets still holding him to 6th, but he's under attack from Schamberger. Reagan Whitlock's gained another position from the last time that we were. Here we go. This is about for second. 95.40. Going down into the turn. Does it work out? Whoa! Oh, we had a crash. We had a crash. The caution's out. Eli Bright's stunned and he's left oil everywhere. Did Jonathan King get by the 21? That is the question. No, he did not. Cyrus McGee's going to lead us back to the overtime. That is what the 45 wanted to see. Where is he now? 45 car. He's going to be restarting 19th on the inside lane, more importantly. Sinor might make the chase after all. Whitlock. Oh boy, this should be interesting. This should be interesting for sure. Cyrus McGee's going to lead us back to the overtime. Let's take a look at Trick the Caution. David Delfave in the 78. Not long ago, he said Jake Rogers was right up on the back of Delfave. This time, he gets into him and turns him around. Hits the wall, comes down, angle ramp flies into him. Nichols actually goes underneath, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. style. And Eli Bright also gets involved, ending his terrible night for him, really. It's just been another one. He's left oil everywhere from that crash. It's a big accident. No, see, Engelram obviously in the chase, but still. Rogers, well, I don't know what that was all about, but he was just fed up with the 78. Who knows? So that's the caution that the 21... well, sorry, not 21, the 45 wanted to see. Because now he's got a shot to get it to 16th. Anyways, we'll take it on board and we'll take it to overtime. Isaac Nichols, this is a visor cam, has a very good look. No! He is really lucky. Can't believe he survived that one, actually. So he continues on in the race. While they're all going insane, 21 car got us back to the line. It all leads to the overtime. Alright, so we are currently under the red flag because of the oil Eli Bright left around after that big crash, and Engelram as well, and there's a lot of fluid on the racetrack, so RLANZ officials decided to clean it up before the overtime restart for the 26th race of the season. And, well, this is the chase grid as it stands. Patrick Schamberger in the 88, currently in 6th. He'll restart in 6th. 18 above the cutoff, he should be good to go, but it is entirely possible for him to fall back. There he is, the Red Bull number 88. John Sheets not going to get there in the 72, we already know that. 94 of Reagan Whitlock, he is 12 points above the cutoff. So I think he should be good to go as well. But he has to finish 16th or higher, so I don't know why he would fall back that far. And then go further back down the order. There is the 45, 19th position. So Sinor, 3 points back, certainly got a shot at making this chase. Even further back, Kelly Lee, number 51, 10 above the cutoff, should be good to go. I don't think she's going to fall back because all these guys here are multiple laps down, or one or multiple laps down. And Chase Marks in the 31 is out of this one as well. So really, it comes down to so for a few drivers, it could really change around here. Patrick Schamberger could fall out. Reagan Whitlock could fall out. Kelly Lee could fall out, but I don't. Actually, no, she can't. She cannot fall out. Yeah, Kelly Lee's locked in. My bad. Lucifer Sand could easily fall out, and Garrett Signor could stay out. So it comes down to 4 drivers. So should be an interesting final few laps. Anything you want to say? All right. So apparently, according to the RLANZ officials, we're getting close to a restart of this race, so that is good. And Cyrus Spaghetti, we haven't talked about him. Well, we've talked about him a little bit, but not a lot. He's done a great job tonight, dominated the race, and honestly deserves to win. He's had the best car, so I'd be surprised if he didn't win it. But Jonathan King's second. This is a very, very positive run for this team after what has been a fairly rough year for him, particularly after last year, and we're going to get this thing underway again. So that's good to see. And there they go. So all the oil has been cleaned up. It's a 2-lap dash. Of course, overtime. Got to make it back to the white flag to make it official. If there is a crash before we get to the white flag, then we're going to have another attempt. We have 3 attempts to get this one right. So McGee, King, Anthony, Porkins, Nichols, Schamberger, Whitlock, Sheets, the top 8. Green flag, green, and Sheets did not go in the 72. He got Sorrentino in the 11. 3 wide, Whitlock on the outside in the 94. Gonna follow him here, he's gonna fall back. It's bad news for him, he's gonna get shuffled 3 wide again by Allen. Not good, there's the white flag, no wreck. Cyrus McGee should be able to win this race, I think. We're going to focus on the 94. He's falling way back. Where is Sidnor? There is Sidnor. Sidnor was 16th last time. He's going to make the chase. There's no doubt about it now. Meanwhile, Cyrus McGee is going to get his 6th career win. He wins at Richmond. And we got a crash at the end. Rakowski got turned around in the number 89. And there it is. 13th for Garrett Sinor, 14th for Reagan Whitlock. They will make it in. And what a shame for Lucifer Sam, the 77 for Gifford Inc. will not make the chase after getting involved in 2 crashes tonight. What a shame after having a wonderful year. So, the only change after this race in terms of the chase grid is that Sam gets booted out and the 94 of Reagan Whitlock will move into the chase. First chase appearance for NS Racing and South Florida Motorsport, so congratulations to them as well. We've got 16 drivers, we'll go through the points in a minute. And tonight it was Cyrus McGee getting the win. It is his 6th career win and his 3rd of the year. Looking very good heading towards the chase. So anyways, let's take a look at the final point standings for this season, for the regular season. Well, here is the point standings after Richmond. What a race. What a year it's been so far. And the drivers in green are the 16 chase drivers for next year. And it was Reagan Whitlock who did get in, of course, with Garrett Sinor, Lee, Hicks, and Schamberger. They all snuck their way into the chase with their results here tonight at Richmond. From Hicks through to Lucifer Sam, 13th through to 77, 5 drivers. 13th through to 17th, 8 points separated them. Len Hicks is on 598 points, Kelly Lee 597, Garrett Sinor 594, and 593 for Reagan Whitlock. So it was really close at the end. 5 drivers with 8 points. Just remarkable. And well, they'll be fighting for the championship for the next 10 races. And one of the drivers in green, will come out as champion. And because Simon Nichols won the regular season, was on top at the end of the regular season, he's crowned the regular season champion, and he will start the chase with an extra 12 points. So he would have got 2009 points like Cyrus McGee, but he got an extra 12 points because he won the regular season championship. And 5 drivers this year without a win in the chase, but I'm expecting a lot of those guys to win. I'm expecting Porkins for sure, Hicks to win, and then the other 3 very possible as well. So we might have the entire chase having wins at the end, but who knows? And then we'll go through the rest of the field. And Lucifer Sam now trying to be the best of the rest in 17th. Jackson Lynn, John Sheets, Chase Marks, Dominic Anthony, Matt Tuck, Brenda Barros, Jonathan King, Sandy Garrett, and all them. We got a part-time points as well. I would like to mention them. It's 19 points between the first 2, the 11 and the 77. Cooper Motorsports own the 11, and the 71 is owned by Gifford Inc. So that's going to be a good battle. And the 89 car is now 30 points. Zenic Price, Amper Racing is number 50, is 4th, and the 97 for NS Racing is 5th. So, congratulations to the drivers in green, because they are going to be racing for the championship. And we'll see you guys next time for the first race of the chase at Chicagoland.
Life is happy, but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home, Savannah. We'll never be alone, Savannah. The beauty of the world, Savannah. Let's all take a walk, Savannah.